And then you come around the corner and here's a 81, I believe, real 301 turbo Trans Am. Okay, this was cool. Walking by and we found, well, I was shown this Trans Am, and ironically enough, on the hood and in this bin is enough spoilers for 6 different cars. But this is an 80. It is a real Trans Am. But someone, look at this, bolted the door shut, like with hardware. Cool tires. And then behind it is another Trans Am, which I think was silver and blue from the looks of it. But that one's in, I mean, they're all in rough shape, but this one is pretty bad. But it's got the smaller rear window, I believe. Looks like it may have been a rear, what do you call it? Not the spoiler, but the rear slot window. This one's got trees going through it. And then here is an El Camino. Like, I don't know, 66. It's got a later model interior in it. And here's a Knight Rider era Trans Am. Something like the windshield better than anything else. And then you come around the corner and here's a 81, I believe, real 301 turbo Trans Am. Yeah. That's really cool. Original rims. Hood's still there. If we... Oh yeah, there it is. Turbo Trans Am. All factory. Doesn't look like it's been messed with at all either. Really, it doesn't look... I mean, it's a little rusty, but it's got the big T-tops. That's a really nice car. Let me look at the interior. It's got original Pontiac mud flap sitting in it. The interior's not terrible. I mean, it needs to be redone, but it's not, you know, beyond help. I can see the floors are gone. The floor mat's through the floor. But that is neat. It's a pretty desirable car nowadays. I know my friend Alana has one. And her and her husband Tom, theirs was running and driving when they got it, and then they just sorted it out. But these things are definitely coming into their own nowadays. So yeah, that's not bad. Okay, we're in another part of the yard, and there's another, it's not a Trans Am, that's a Firebird Formula. Here's a Nash Metropolitan. And right there is another Trans Am, a 79 TA with the original wheels still on it. But even rarer is right there. That is a 74.5, as they call it, where the top and the door frame come off together. I'll show some close-up pictures at the end of that truck as we went over there, but there's a lot of thorn bushes, and I'm not going back. But there's a Rally Nova right there, and Nova and some other stuff. But yeah, that was a surprise in this GM section to find the Nash and that really rare Ram Charger. So very cool. This was unexpected find in the yard. How many people have ever heard of a Sky Bird? This is I think it's a 77 Pontiac Firebird, but they were painted blue. They had blue grills, blue stripes, and I think it's better on the other side. Ooh, vines. Blue snowflake rims. I mean, this thing, it's rough, but you don't see Skybirds very often. In all my travels, I've seen less than a handful. And unfortunately, these things are stacked like cardboard here. That's another Trans Am right here in front of us. Then a Firebird Formula there. And I think it's a regular Firebird over, like in that general direction. But there's no way to get to it. Literally, their trees have grown up and are blocking the way until they move some of the cars around here. And here's a Edsel station wagon right there, and a Plymouth Fury 4-door sitting on top of I don't know what yet. And then, oh, here's another Firebird, but I don't think it's a Trans Am. Doesn't have the, hold on, let's go around the plant. Yeah, just Esprit, right? It's not E-Spirit, but Esprit. Cool car. Not terrible. Keep on going. This yard was definitely a big surprise. I mean, I had been through this area a bunch of times, and this yard was always off limits. The owner did not let people in. So when I had the opportunity to walk around with the nephew, I took it, and definitely me and my friend Eric, who came with me to help, we were surprised by what all was there. And like that ram charger, that's a really rare 74.5. You can see there, it had the half doors. After that, they went to full frame doors. It was only that half a year option. So it was really a surprise to see so much cool cars in such a small space. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video from the Junkyard in Wisconsin. Look at all those Trans Am Firebirds. I mean, that was unexpected, especially since we went there, me and my friend Eric, and then the gentleman who was escorting us around. We were there for Mopars. I mean, that's what we had been told, and that's what we were seeing at the point. But I think there's probably 20, maybe even 30 Firebird Trans Ams and, just basically Firebirds in that yard. You'll see more in in another episode that comes out, I think, next week. But it's really surprising, and it was really cool to see. I mean, you don't see that many Firebirds in one spot very often, and if ever. I know a friend of mine who owns Trans Am Depot up in Wisconsin is trying to get the info from me on where that yard is at, which is pretty funny. But there's still, I think, 2 or 3 more episodes coming out, and the last one is a humdinger because it's got some extremely rare muscle cars. They aren't in the yard. They're in a building near the property, but it's going to be something, to say the least. I'm really excited. I forgot how... I'm right now in Chicago, and it's about 35-ish degrees out. Well, you can just barely see my breath. And when we were shooting that, if you saw in the last video, it was snowing and hailing, which was really funny. But we'll see how it goes. I am all set on videos leading up into the new year, and then a whole bunch of stuff coming up. I'm thinking about maybe doing some sort of live video, on here, probably at the end of the year, leading into the new year. And then I'm actually going to finally put together a video about the green car. And maybe the blue one. I haven't seen it in like 3 months. But no updates on that either. If you guys have any comments or questions, let me know in the comments below, or any of my social media that I link to. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys all soon. Stay safe and happy and healthy holidays to everyone.